Hi there, I'm Daz. Welcome to episode 3 of my destruction skill only playthrough. I've just beaten a boss at Bleak Falls Barrow, so I'm going to be heading off first to Riverwood to hand the claw over to Lucan, and then I'll be taking a walk up to Whiterun. I'll just show you my skills list at the moment. So I've managed to level my destruction from 15 up to 25. You'll see I've not touched any of the other skills whatsoever, apart from a tiny slither of sneak XP. I think that was forced on me at Helgen. I'm almost certain that I haven't crouched by mistake, but that's the position. It's been quite plain sailing so far. I'm playing on Adept, if you didn't see the earlier episodes. Gold, weapons, soul gems are no good, obviously. Yeah, I've not had any real problems so far. The problems are going to come later in the game, I think. It's quite easy to blast through a lot of these early enemies just using the flames spell. Once I've completed this next phase and got Whiterun out of the way, I'll then be heading up to the Lordstone to get a little bit of armour rating, because my armour is obviously 0 at the moment. I can only wear robes, and I cannot use alteration magic to bolster that. So the Lordstone's going to come in handy, and then I'm going to be heading off in search of some more useful spells. I can't cope with just the flame spell for the rest of the game. Yeah, I was quite able to pick up the spark spell in Helgen Keep, but that one is obviously behind a locked gate, and I can't use lockpicking during this playthrough, so a lot of the things I normally would take for granted, I'm having to just give them a miss on this playthrough.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. Yeah, well, I don't know what you overheard. Yeah, we did have a bit of an ornament, solid gold in the. You found it. There it is. I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Right, so I've got rid of that. I've received a nice stack of coin, which is absolutely no use to me whatsoever, because I'm not allowed to buy anything. But never mind. I suppose I could actually use it to buy some training from Feralda. That's the only use I have for money on this playthrough. Right, I'm going to wind the time on. Don't really want to be travelling in the pitch dark. I don't think I'll be getting involved in the tussle with the giant, if that's still a thing, on this part of the map.
You're good as dead.
Yeah, there we are.
By Easmere, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all. Just north by the Lauria's farm. Fool had a coffin in a car.
Tools, wares, and weapons.
I'll ignore the Khajiit merchants. They're no use to me either. And I'm not interested in saints and seducers. I'm going to be trying my best to stick only with the main quest line.
Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. All right then. Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Riverwood's in danger too? You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragonsreach at the top of the hill.
Right, sorry about that, I was a little bit undecided on how to get through there. I normally take the persuade option. Yeah, the first option has not leveled speech, fortunately. I thought I was gonna need to look for an alternative way into Whiterun then.
They say Helgen got
We'll
hit
pay
by a
whatever it
dragon.
takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
Yeah, it's so easy to pick up XP without even thinking about it. So definitely need to be careful. I'm going to head into this water here because we should be able to find carp and salmon, and I may be able to cook something useful with those. I'm definitely not an experienced Skyrim cook. But hopefully we can do something with the stuff I've got so far. Because I've got a feeling that I'm gonna need something more than just a few random health potions that I find lying around.
If the news from Helgen is true, well, there's no telling what it means.
What would you have
What's the
me do
meaning
then?
of this interruption? Well,
My
that
lord,
explains why the
please.
guards let you in.
This is no time for
Come on
rash
then.
action.
The Jarl will
I
want
just
to
think
speak
we
to
need
you
more
personally.
information before we act. I'm gonna
I'm gonna make a quick save.
Who's this then? So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? By Ismir, Irileth was right. What do you say
Right, so I'm
now,
going to head into the kitchen while they're having a little dispute.
against the dragon?
Right, I could steal this, but I won't. I'll just use a cooking spit, see if I can do anything.
The Jarl of Falkland view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not.
I'll not stand idly by while a dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to River.
Right.
Yes, my lord.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duty.
Well, they're not fantastic, but they're better than nothing, I suppose. So it looks like the fish ingredients are also useful. Right, crab stew is going to be useful. Right, so I'll make a note of some of those later. But for now, we'll
Well
crack
done.
on with this.
You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service. I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
I can get rid of the steel armor. That's no good to me.
Come to Dragonsreach to discuss the... What? Project? You think you could help me? I really don't think so. The Jarl can be found in the Great Hall,
Farengar.
probably
I think
sitting
I
on
found
his Jarl's
someone who
throne.
can help you with your
Not over here in a
dragon.
wizard's laboratory.
Go ahead
It
and
seems
fill
this
him in
damnable
about the
conflict has claimed... Ah, indeed? Yes. Well, when I say fetch, straight to the point, eh? Go to Bleak Falls Barrow. Find this tab. Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different... That is where your job ends and mine begins.
Okay. So, in the first couple of episodes I was shunning coin, but now I realise that it might be useful for buying some training from Feralda, so I will grab any that I can get my hands on.
How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
So I'll play this out and then I'll end this episode,
So,
I serve Jarl Balgruuf
Western
as steward.
Watchtower.
and then next time around hopefully
Tell
we
him
can
what you
start
told
some
me
real
about the
adventuring.
dragon.
No, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragonstone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
Iron shield of resist
No.
fire is no
Can't
use
afford to risk
whatsoever.
both of you. I need you here
Not to
working
worry.
on ways to defend.
So, the next thing on the menu is Dragon Rising. I'll be ignoring that for the time being.
Against these dragons.
I need to skill up a little bit
As you
first.
command.
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need
So, I'm
know
going to
what
end
we're
this
dealing
one
with.
right here.
Don't worry, my
And
lord.
hopefully I'll
I'm the
see
very
some of you
soul
for the
of
next
Thor.
episode. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.